This problem involves the interest made on some investment. And in order to do this, we need to know a basic fact, and that is this, that the interest that one makes on an investment is equal to, let's call it I, is equal to P, the principal, that's how much money is invested, times the interest rate, times the number of years, T for time, that the money is left in that account. So interest is equal to PRT. The interest that you make is the principal times the rate times the time. And for the problems that we're going to do, the time here is 1 year, right? This problem, if you read it over, we're just leaving in our money in for 1 year. So doing so, that gives us that I is equal to PR. The interest is the principal times the rate. But I'm going to rewrite this because it's more convenient for our problem. I'm going to rewrite this as I equals R times P. So we're saying that the interest that you make in 1 year is the rate of interest times the amount that you put in. So in our problem, we're investing some money at 6% and then 5,000 more than this amount at 4%. So let's introduce variables here. I think what we should do is, why don't we let X equal the amount, how about AMT for amount? The amount invested at 6%, because if I do that, if I let X be the amount at 6%, then what is the amount at 4%? Well, according to the problem, the amount at 4% is 5,000 more than what we invested at 6%. So this is going to be X plus 5,000. Let's just make sure that that makes sense to us. So we invest some at 6%. How much? We don't know. X. How much at 4%? Well, it's 5,000 more than the X. Now, we do know this, that the total interest that we're making here is, well, it's going to be the interest at 6% plus the interest at 4%. Okay, does that make sense? That the total interest that we're making, all the interest, that $300 up here, that total interest is made by taking the interest that you get at 6% and adding it to the interest that we get at 4%. Now, the total interest that we're making here is $300, so let's put our 300, and that's equal to, okay, now this part right here, this is the interest at 6%. And I know that the interest at 6%, let's come back over here, the interest is equal to the rate times the amount of money that we invest. So the amount of interest that we're making at 6% is going to be the 0.06, there's our 6%, times the amount that we're investing. And the amount investing at 6% is X. Then we're going to add in, right, let's add in the amount of interest that we get at 4%. Now 4%, there's our 0.04, that's the 4%, times the amount that we're investing at 4%. And the amount we're investing up here at 4%, we're representing that with X plus 5,000. So let's draw that. So more than one term, so I need parentheses. X plus 5,000. So now we've got our equation. Let's just see what we can do about solving it. So we're going to get 300 is equal to 0.06x plus, now let's distribute through here, right? We're going to distribute through, so we'll get right here, at first we'll get 0.04x, so we'll get 0.04x plus, all right, now we're going to get 0.04 times 5,000. And that turns out to be 200. All right, now on the right side over here, we can combine these two terms, right? We've got 0.06 and 0.04. That gives us 0.1. So we're going to get 300 is equal to 0.1 x plus 200. Let's subtract this 200, right? So we'll subtract the 200, so we'll get 100 is equal to 0.1x, and then we'll divide by 0.1 to get our x. And that gives us that x is equal to 1,000. Now this is a word problem, so we know what we need to do. We have to take our x, follow it all the way back up to the beginning, all the way back up here to find out what it was. What was x? Well, that's the amount at 6%. So we're investing 1,000 at 6%. Now right below it, right, that's the amount at 4%. And right below it, there it is right there. Let's write that. So I'll do it right here. It's getting kind of low here. But x plus 5,000 is equal to, now there's the x. So it's 1,000 plus 5,000. That gives us 6,000. So what we're saying now is that we are investing $1,000 at 6%, $6,000 at 4%. So let's summarize that.